You're eating healthy. You're trying to be good. You're doing everything right. But the scale isn't moving. And you're frustrated, confused, and starting to think something's wrong with you. I'm Elmarie, and today I'm breaking down the 5 biggest reasons you're not losing weight. Not the obvious ones. The sneaky ones. The ones nobody talks about. And more importantly, how to fix each one. Because here's the truth. You're probably not failing. You're just making 1 or 2 small mistakes that are sabotaging everything else you're doing right. Let's figure out which one it is. Mistake number 1. You're drinking your calories. You switched to salads, you're eating lean protein, you cut out junk food. But you're still having your morning latte, your afternoon smoothie, your evening glass of wine. Maybe some juice with lunch. Here's the problem. Liquid calories don't register the same way food does. You can drink 500 calories and still be hungry. But if you ate 500 calories of actual food, you'd be full. So you're consuming way more calories than you think, without feeling satisfied. Which means you're hungry later and you eat more. Let me give you an example. A large flavored latte from a coffee shop? That's 300 to 400 calories. A store-bought smoothie? Often 400 to 600 calories. A glass of wine? 120 to 150 calories. Do that every day, and you've added 500 to 1,000 calories without even realizing it. And those calories don't fill you up, so you're eating the same amount of food as before, plus all these liquid calories, and wondering why you're not losing weight. The fix. Drink water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. Save your calories for actual food that will satisfy you. If you love your morning coffee, make it at home with a splash of milk, not a 400-calorie dessert in a cup. You don't have to give up everything. But be honest about what you're drinking and how many calories it adds. Mistake number 2. You're not eating enough protein. I know, everyone says eat more protein. But most people still don't actually do it. And it matters more than you think. When you don't eat enough protein, you're hungry all the time. Protein is what keeps you full. Without it, you'll eat breakfast and be starving by 10 a.m. You'll eat lunch and need a snack 2 hours later. And that constant hunger leads to constant eating, which prevents weight loss. Also, when you lose weight without enough protein, you lose muscle along with fat. And muscle is what keeps your metabolism high. So you end up with a slower metabolism, which makes it even harder to lose weight. How much protein do you actually need? Aim for about 20 to 30 grams per meal. That's roughly the size of your palm. What does that look like? 2 eggs is about 12 grams. Add some Greek yogurt and you're at 20. A chicken breast is about 30 grams. A can of tuna is 25 grams. A cup of lentils is 18 grams. The fix. Build every meal around protein, not as a side, as the main thing. Protein first, then add vegetables, then a small amount of carbs. Breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, protein smoothie, not just toast or cereal. Lunch. Chicken, fish, tofu, beans, not just a salad with no protein. Dinner, same, prioritize protein. When you're full from protein, you naturally eat less of everything else, and your body preserves muscle while losing fat. That's the goal. Mistake number 3. You're eating healthy, but too much of it. This one trips people up all the time. You're eating all the right foods, salads, grilled chicken, quinoa, avocado, almonds, olive oil, all healthy, but you're still not losing weight. Here's why. Healthy food still has calories. And if you eat more calories than you burn, you won't lose weight, even if every single calorie is healthy. Let me give you examples. Avocado is healthy, but half an avocado is 120 calories. A whole avocado is 240. Almonds are healthy, but a handful is about 160 calories. The whole bag is over 800. Olive oil is healthy, but 1 tablespoon is 120 calories. Pour it generously on your salad, and you've added 300 calories without thinking. You're eating healthy, but you're eating too much. And your body doesn't care if the calories are from kale or cake. Too many calories is too many calories. The fix: pay attention to portions, especially with calorie-dense healthy foods. Nuts, seeds, oils, avocados, nut butters. These are all healthy, but they're also very high in calories for small amounts. You don't have to measure everything obsessively, but be realistic. 1 serving of almonds is a small handful, not half the bag. 1 serving of olive oil is a tablespoon, not a generous pour. Eat as much as you want of vegetables. Load up on those, but with calorie-dense foods, even healthy ones, portions matter. Mistake number 4: you're not sleeping enough. I know this doesn't sound like it's related to weight loss, but it is, hugely. When you don't sleep enough, your body produces more of the hormone that makes you hungry and less of the hormone that makes you feel full. So you're hungrier all day. You crave sugar and carbs. And you have less willpower to resist them. Also, when you're tired, you move less. You skip the gym. You take the elevator instead of the stairs. You sit more. So you're burning fewer calories without realizing it. And poor sleep increases cortisol, your stress hormone. High cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, especially around your middle. So even if you're eating well, your body isn't letting go of the weight. How much sleep do you need? Most adults need 7 to 9 hours. Not 5 or 6, 7 to 9. The fix: prioritize sleep like you prioritize your diet. Go to bed at the same time every night. Make your room dark and cool. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Don't eat right before bed because digestion interferes with sleep. If you're doing everything right with food and exercise but still not losing weight, look at your sleep. It might be the missing piece. Mistake number 5: you're stressed and your cortisol is high. Stress doesn't just make you feel bad, it makes you gain weight. Or at least, it prevents you from losing it. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. Cortisol tells your body, we're in danger. Store fat, especially around the belly, because that's where it's easiest to access for energy if we need it. So even if you're eating in a calorie deficit, high cortisol can prevent weight loss. Your body is literally holding on to fat because it thinks you need it for survival. Also, stress triggers emotional eating. You're stressed, you want comfort. Food is the easiest way to get it. So you eat when you're not hungry. And usually it's not vegetables you're reaching for. It's the stuff that makes stress worse. The fix: you can't eliminate stress, but you can manage it better. Exercise helps, walking helps, deep breathing helps, meditation helps, talking to someone helps, sleep helps. Find what actually reduces your stress and do it daily, not when you're already overwhelmed. Every day as prevention. And if your life is incredibly stressful right now, weight loss might not be the right goal. Maintenance might be. Taking care of your mental health might need to come first, and that's okay. So let's recap the 5 mistakes. 1, you're drinking your calories. Fix: drink water, save calories for food. 2, you're not eating enough protein. Fix: 20 to 30 grams per meal, build meals around it. 3, you're eating healthy food, but too much of it. Fix: watch portions on calorie-dense foods like nuts, oils, avocado. 4, you're not sleeping enough. Fix: prioritize 7 to 9 hours. Make it non-negotiable. 5, you're stressed and cortisol is high. Fix: manage stress daily, not just when overwhelmed. Now here's the important part. You don't have to fix all 5 at once. That's overwhelming and you'll quit. Pick one, the one that resonated most, the one you know is your biggest problem. Fix that one first. Maybe it's the liquid calories. Start there. Switch to water for a week. See what happens. Maybe it's sleep. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Build up to an hour. Maybe it's protein. Add eggs to breakfast. Add chicken to lunch. Start there. One change, done consistently, will create momentum. Then you can add the next one. And here's the other important part. If you're doing everything right and still not losing weight, see a doctor. Get your thyroid checked. Get your hormones checked. Sometimes it's not about effort. Sometimes it's medical. And that's worth knowing. But for most people, it's one of these 5 mistakes. And all of them are fixable. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just missing one piece of the puzzle. And now you know what to look for. This is Haven Space, where we talk about realistic, sustainable approaches to wellness. No shame, no judgment, just practical help. If this helped, subscribe. Let's figure this out together. I'll see you in the next one.